Grading, if you will.
Oh yeah, first strike Gragas, I like it. This is what I was expecting from Relia. Full AP on the Gragas, West Point, doing a bit of scouting in the enemy jungle.
And 116 is going to opt for the fleet footwork, which obviously against a champ like Taliyah makes a lot of sense. The mobility to dodge out of more of these scattered earths means that you do end up just taking a lot less damage.
Cut down across the board, even cut down on Lee Sin. Waka's gone for barrier, interestingly.
Yeah, I think barrier is just the strongest.
Better than heal these days, yeah.
It's just really good.
Yeah, barrier on both ADCs.
This takes me back to like, what season was it? Like 4 or 5?
I'm not
sure. It was like when barrier only just was released to be able to be used.
Yeah.
And it was just like, wow, this rune's broken. I mean, Summer's broken, and everyone just took that.
I remember Surge being like that. I don't know if anyone remembers the Surge summoner spell.
I do.
But that was ubiquitous.
The red one, right?
Yeah, it just made you angry.
Yeah. You remember old masteries, old keystones, or whatever they were called?
Thunderlord's Decree.
Thunderlords, when it was released, and literally it was just 10 Thunderlords.
10 Thunderlords every game. Are you good at proccing Thunderlords? You probably shouldn't pick it if you're not.
Oh. How far we've come. Now, let's see the Smolder. I'm interested to see how this champion is doing now, because you have lost the Essence Reaver, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go it. You don't have the Sheen. It still gives the mana. It costs more. But not having the Sheen on a champ like Smolder feels pretty bad, considering almost all of your damage is just
Q.
Through Q.
Yeah.
You auto-attack. Yeah, you do auto-attack like once in between Qs later on. But all your damage comes through Q.
Yeah, it might just be a matter of his spike is a little bit later, items-wise now. You have to go for a Sheen item and the Essence Reaver. Because Essence Reaver was just a godsend for the champion.
Oh yeah, you kind of sucked. You got Essence Reaver and you're like, sweet, now I can somewhat lane.
Yeah, you have endless mana. Trade's going 1-on-6's way. While Relia's having a hard time up top, but I think he'll be fine just because he's Gragas.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see exactly where that wave is. If it's frozen slightly outside his tower, then it's kind of perfect. But if it's at his tower, then that's not so good.
No, I think it's
slightly
crashed.
outside.
I think it's crashed because Jung's just gone for a walk.
Yeah, but I think he might be forced to. Because if it's slightly outside his tower, he can only get CS with Q, which leaves him open for a lot of bad trades. And yeah, it is going to be coming back. So I think you were right. I think it did crash.
Yeah, Relia should be fine in this lane now. Doing very well in CS.
Yeah, Ryu looking for something down the bot side.
Yeah, he hasn't pulled the trigger fast enough though, and Gemini is going to be here to fight him. So there's the hook.
It lands on Kai Wing. Both junglers are here in the river. You do have to be a little bit scared.
Yeah.
Honestly, for both junglers.
Yeah, I think Nidalee can just always hop out through the Dragon Pit, so the collapse is pretty rough.
Yeah, and Gemini can just wall jump over that wall.
Oh, Ryu might just get both crabs here. It's looking like he will.
Yeah, he has Tempo over the top side, and Jung's not going to be able to help him out there at all.
Yeah, can walk through mid if he likes.
Jimin also lost teleport already, whereas 116 is pretty much full on HP and already got back in. Relia, though, he's looking very low. Grass the Undying, he is going to be chugging up his chug jug, but he's trying to run away. Will still have flash available, is going to commit it, and now with Ryu in the area is going to be able to get away, but that is not how you want these trades to be going as the Gragas in this matchup.
Yeah, and he's going to need his jungler to bail him out here unless he commits the TP.
Both junglers are here, though. I don't think this is winning for West Point. A lot of damage reduction can come through from this Cassante.
No. I don't think...
Relia, no mana.
I don't think they've seen Gemini.
Pathmaker going to be used. Going to be able to get that safeguard in, and he will. That's first blood going over to Gemini. Now Ryu, is he going to be able to get away? It's a nice resonating strike, but he is not going to be able to... Well, he's not going to choose to, shall I say, reactivate it. Just takes the one kill and leaves with it. And
yeah, wave is still a disaster for Relia, but he does have the TP to get back up there.
Relia kicking off the season where he left off last.
Yeah, not a good start at all, especially with how well this early game had just gone for his jungler. For Gemini to be able to walk top and just pick up a kill after losing both crabs.
Oh, and hold up, Jimmy's made his way down bot side. Lilvy's going to have to flash, and he will do so. They're not going to find anything in terms of gold, but definitely nice pressure there afforded to the bot lane here of Frank, as Jimmy's going to pay for it, though, as obviously Tristana.
Yeah, no TP, completely out of mana. He just has to take a base now.
What has happened here?
Yeah. Yeah, we thought this matchup would be good.
Okay, this might be... Does Ryu finish his back? Jung might just look for a dive. He has all out.
Oh, it's so hard to dive. The Gragas, no W now on Gragas.
Yeah, we'll see where Relia stands, because Jung...
level 6 now, he's fine.
Level 6.
Yeah.
No, he's not. That was about the only way Relia could potentially die, and he's found it, but...
Oh, he's still okay. Wow, I thought Jung had done it. Again. Has he? Oh my goodness. I thought that Gragas hits level 6. No way he dies. Jung just sidesteps his ulti, by the way. Didn't buffer it with W or anything. Sidesteps it.
Just walks forward. I think Relia actually found the only way he could die there.
Yeah.
The only way.
Or to frame it more positively, Jung found the only way to get a kill on the play.
True. I mean, he is actually a magician at finding these absolutely insane angles that just have no right being real.
Yeah, and when you're a player like Relia, who is a carry top laner, he can't, bring himself to back down from these 1v1s. I think this is how this matchup went last time.
Yeah.
Relia just getting kind of destroyed. Is going full AP on the Gragas. I am a big fan of that. I think if you're behind and tanky, you're nothing, but...
Yeah, I like the full AP as long as that full AP includes, like, a Seraphs or a Rod of Ages.
Yeah.
Because you actually want to be able to survive somewhat.
Yeah, he'll have the Seraphs.
And the Zhonya's eventually, probably.
Yeah, I don't think he should go Roa. It's going to be such a late Roa if he does go for it.
You go one or the other. You don't go both. You're not Rise.
So how's the Smolder stacking? 40 stacks, 7 minutes. Doing fine. This lane should be nice. Engage onto Jimmy.
Yeah, nice flash. Nice buster shot. Jimmyan has nowhere to go. Is just going to be taken out. And Tristana, 116, going to find himself a kill.
Very decisive.
Bring that gold back to even.
Yeah, very decisive from 1116. Just commits the flash immediately to shove Jimmyan towards his turret.
Okay, that's a flap use, and Ryu's here to give a little reprieve for Lil V in the bot side.
Yeah, but Cha feels like he has to go the whole way around, plays it safe.
Middle is looking rough.
Yeah, 1116 might just run away with this game. Who is dealing with the Tristana on this Frank comp? Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah, as long as... Well, Relia just needs to convince Jiang that he has to build some magic resist. I don't think Jiang is convinced yet.
He's got the Merc Treads. I think he's probably going to feel fairly okay with that. Oh, okay. Okay, that's body slam gone, and Jiang won't be able to find the kill there, so...
Yeah, it's at least the ghost down now.
Here comes Mum. And here comes Nature's Grasp. I don't think there's really anything to do here.
No. Very low mana on the Smolder. Has a BF sword.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. It feels like when you're playing a champ like Nidalee, you don't want to be babysitting a lane.
You don't want to just be sitting here guarding bot lane all game. But he is in the right place at the right time both times now.
Yeah, for sure.
To match Gemini.
I just think maybe it'd rather be a different champ.
Yeah, this gank should never work for Frank. I think Gemini, is just hoping that 1116 jumps in. Like we saw Minji doing last series.
Yeah, Jimmy in a bit of a rough position, and all of that is because of that bot dive they found, but now he's looking for something bot lane. Kai Wang is going to survive. No, he won't. That last tower shot will take him out, but it is 2 kills afforded to the side of Frank.
Yeah, and
1 to each game.
Stana decides to not stay mid and is actually rotating. No, heads back to mid. Would have liked to see 116 just stay mid there. He will get plenty of damage on this tower. Actually, Jimmyan very nicely timed. His TP's going to be up as he finishes his recall. Yeah. No plate even for the Tristana, so it's just a free double kill.
Yeah, really well found.
Gemini who has an eclipse on the Lee Sin.
All right, we're killing people.
Yeah, no tank in this Lee Sin. He is planning to one-shot this Nidalee. Relia, his wave is in a state.
Yeah, when you talk about states, this is certainly one of them.
Yeah, does he have E? Doesn't need it. And you feel bad for Ryu this game because it feels like he's ping-ponging between top and bottom lane to put out fires. He needs to come back up here to stop the bleeding.
Looks like Essence Reaver will be first item here for Lil V.
Yeah. I think you just need it.
Yeah, I think the mana problems are huge, but...
Yeah, it feels bad, of course.
Yeah, you do no damage at all. I guess Smolder not really known for damage anyway.
Yeah, just stay alive, get your stacks, have mana, importantly, to stack. Feels terrible when you're kind of in a lane state where you're free farming, but you don't have the mana.
Yeah, I think the concern is, though, I mean, you've got double AP, so already your comp's kind of not that good.
Yeah.
And
well,
then
double AP, double AD.
Yeah, well, Smolder does a lot of magic damage.
Yeah. Oh, Wako.
Yeah, Wako can quite...
Gets chunked there, but it always looks like a chunk on Senna until she presses Q.
Yeah.
Heals back 20%.
Senna just has a really low health bar.
Yeah.
But that heal sort of seems more significant on her than most champs. And Jiang very comfortably winning top lane. Not to be expected, but I guess after how the lane started.
Yeah, he did get counterpick, but I think he is just outperforming Relia this game.
It's something we've come to expect of Jiang, really. Is most times he is just going to outperform his opposing top laner.
Yeah.
There's very few top laners that were able to stand up to him, even Driver faltering a lot of the time.
Yeah. Pretty much anyone not named Aja.
Okay, Ghost Pop once again. All out comes through. Body Slam is not going to be used as Flash instead. Relia again, he is suffering up in this top side.
Yeah, and he has failed. Oh, Wako.
My.
Nice flash.
Nice attempt from Char, but really nice answer from Wako. Gemini has made a lot of ground and the flash as well. That buster shot almost gets him out, but they do manage to pick it up with the ignite. And back they come. Wako is going to be able to find one kill. Actually, it's going to be Kylene picking it up, and through will come the wall, the Weaver's wall. Ryu flashes forward. 116 finds his third of the game. Is he going to jump on out and flash forward? It's going to be one more kill found. It's another. Wako, though, remains alive, full HP. It's going to be one root, but the buster shot, the rocket jump, shall I say, means that 116 is going to be able to get away in a chaotic turn of events. But all things turn out even, other than 116 being the massive benefactor of all that.
Yeah, all of a sudden there's a 4-0 Tristana. That fight could not have come at a better moment. He had just finished his Kraken Slayer and just got to run Rampage. And you saw in that fight, Gemini on the Lee Sin is not tanky. If he gets caught in any CC and doesn't find his target, he just goes down like he did in that fight. Looks like Frank will pick up the Dragon after a pretty heroic team fight from Wako. Senna not very strong at this point in the game.
Yeah, just the serrated Dirk. Yeah, I'm not even sure he had it at the time.
So is this just Hex Flash from Cha? So already, yeah, very good start to the fight where you're trading Hex Flash for Flash. And then Gemini goes in here and just gets autoed by the Nautilus and insta-dies. Goes down to the Trist Bomb eventually. And then Jimmian goes down not long after. Nice hook from Cha there onto Wako. 4-man Senna ulti. Bouncing the Q, healing his teammate with the Senna Q. I'm just watching Wako this fight. He played a pretty immaculate fight.
Yeah, 116 not doing so bad on the bot side.
Yeah, 116, a very impressive team fight from him too. Looking like a man possessed.
Both of these, well, not 80 carries, but 116 and Wako, I guess both these new additions to their team.
Yeah, that is just a Senna with a serrated.
Oh, here we go again. Relia is dead.
Wow. Top lane is a massive problem. And as I was saying before that fight broke out, Jiang has not been convinced to build any magic resist against this full AP Gragas. Fight in the bot lane.
Double AP topside, building armor. Gemini going to have that depth charge locked and loaded onto him. A heal comes through here from Wako. Is it going to be enough? Has kept himself alive for a little bit longer, but now Wako is kind of far forward. These threaded volleys coming through, and the buster shot gets, once again, another kill for this Tristana, and it's 116 who's 5-0.
Yeah, he is looking like a man possessed on the Tristana, and West Point have just correctly identified that this Lee Sin has rushed an Eclipse, and anytime Nautilus can interact with him, he's instantly dead.
Ooh.
Jung did actually get hit by that.
But look at these items. Yeah, nice 5-0 Tristana, fellas.
Yeah, we're going to need to finish up this, I guess, Phantom Dancer he's probably going for on the Trist.
No. That's going to be the... What's that called? Navori Quick Blades.
Oh,
Navori,
yeah. Flicker Blades
Flicker Blades, yeah.
Into probably an LBR.
I mean, you'd love to have it be an IE, but...
Yeah, you'd rather build the IE, but against Maokai, Lee Sin, And yeah, Gemini is just always the target here, essentially. Yeah, don't go for any more with the Nautilus ult. Just lock down the Lee Sin and kill him. And I worried about 1-1-6 here a bit, but nice flash onto the Talia shove.
Still had flash after last fight.
Yeah, and then this ult auto. Nice Tristana combo.
Yeah, combos like that, you either look like a griefer or a very talented player. And he was on the better side of that in this occasion.
So gonna be what's the green sword, Shojin?
Yeah,
next on the smolder.
Yeah.
Yeah, still no Sheen item.
What is Triforce built out of? Is it Kindle Gem? I don't remember, man.
Triforce?
I've only played Arena.
No, isn't Triforce like Phage?
Yeah, you're right, it's Phage. I was trying to remember what the health item is. You're right, it's Phage. Problem about the top side still. 2-0 Cassante just building armor. Yeah, despite being against double AP top side.
Yeah, we have completed the Seraphs on Relia, so that'll make him a little tankier.
As well as Jimmian, likewise.
And I think he has been convinced to go a little tanky. Honestly, I don't like it. I think you have to hold the line here on Gragas and go full damage and hope you one-shot Senna.
Could that not be Cosmic Drive?
Could be. Yeah, it could be. I want to see AP items out of Relia. This isn't a game where you go, my team is doing well, I'll just get tanky, because you're never going to get tanky.
No, you just throw an ult and do 500 damage and call it a day.
Yeah, you just hope you are a threat to someone on the enemy team this game. From this far
He'll always be a threat to Wako. Senna is just one of the most one-shottable champions in League of Legends.
Yeah. Preferably, you want to be a threat before she gets that Edge of Night.
Yeah, undoubtedly. Opportunity, of course, now completed for Wako. And I was going to say earlier, by the way, when he flashed that Nautilus hook, we might finally have another AD carry in the league that can test Betty for reaction times.
Yeah, maybe. That's not an easy...
Yeah, Betty's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss Betty, man, as well. He was insane at MSI, by the way.
Yeah, he was playing out of his mind.
Yeah, he had a mission. His Ezreal game against BLG was possibly one of the best Betty games I have ever seen.
When no one's picking Ezreal.
It was so impressive. So, yeah.
I'm afraid of Wako this game because... with the serrated Dirk, he did the most damage in that last fight. In that dragon fight.
Yeah, it will be amplified, but it is a 2-item Tristana that we're now dealing with.
Yeah.
Mid lane tower, because of that, won't be long for this long, and neither is Gemini. Nature's Grass going through, but oh my god! It's Jiang who finds a 3-man Pathmaker onto all the carries. Relia body slamming away, but Jiang is not convinced that they're out of this, and he goes forward. Unfortunately, the knockup will not connect, and Jiang might be in trouble now. He gets bashed forward. The jump forward, Jiang is going to get the shutdown for Wako onto 1-1-1-6. Lil V is going to have to run away. They were so convinced that Cassante was dead, but he was able to use one more W. And like that, all of a sudden, this progress he'd made on the Tristana has been fouled, and it's now Frank who feel really good about things. Yeah,
1-0-6, just seeing red in that fight and jumping on top of the Cassante doesn't finish him off. And West Point were just out pretty cleanly here. Gemini just goes down instantly. They're doing a good job of just shutting the Lee Sin down. This looked like a nightmare. But you kind of realize that there's no damage to follow this up. Even here, again, once Jiang lands this knockback onto 1-0-6, there's no damage. And it's actually West Point who take the re-engage here. And yeah, pretty suicidal jump from 1-0-6. Eventually they take out the Cassante, but they lose the Smolder Flash for it as well. And it's now going to be a third dragon.
Gemini putting in some work in that fight. Zero damage.
Yeah, just Nautilus
this Eclipse
pinged,
first.
pinged Nautilus ult.
I get the Lee Sin build.
Yeah, well, you have to ego the enemy jungler a bit. When they pick Nidalee.
Oh my god, Cassante is a randomins.
Yeah. Okay, let's get some AP damage on him.
Alright, that was a fully charged satchel.
Yeah, but Nidalee needs to carry the damage in this.
I mean, you saw the explosive cast did do damage to Young.
Yeah.
And I think the amount of damage that instantly came out on him baited 1-1-6 to thinking, oh yeah, I can finish this off. But
yeah, and then he pushed W, and it was very well played from Jiang.
I mean, yeah, the 3-man Pathmaker.
Yeah, even on 1-1-6, once he jumped in, Jiang W for the damage reduction, then shoves the Tristana into his team.
almost gets out as well, if not for Lil V finding one last Q at the end.
Yeah, committing his flash to killing him. 200 stacks on the Smolder.
Yeah, so we're basically at the execution range. Obviously, it is not what we used to see.
Yeah, no one can stand against 116 in the side lane, so even Jiang, who is also very fed, does eventually just lose this turret, so they decide to give it up.
Yeah, it's always better to have Jimmy in against him and just wave clear.
Yeah, just because of how well Jiang is doing against the Gragas as well. It's going to be LDR third for 116. And once he finishes that, and God forbid he gets to IE, no one is safe. Not even the Cassante and Maokai.
For sure. There is a lot of lockdown, though, so he still has to be very careful.
Yeah.
It's hard for him to ever press W.
No, he's never pushing W forward this game, but he is very safe this game. Despite all that CC on the enemy team, there's not a lot of instant damage. He has to get CC chained. And Tristana is very good in these against these kinds of comps.
Right, Lo, it's time.
Yeah.
MVP for game 1.
Oh, just call it now.
Yeah.
1-0-6.
All right.
I think West Point get it done. We'll see. If Frank win, it's Wako MVP.
Is neck and neck, by the way. It's just completely even.
Yeah, very even game. I mean, Frank do have 3 dragons, though.
Yeah, that's a problem. And also, while Cloud Dragon, maybe not the strongest, I think Hextech Soul is comfortably that.
Yeah, it is strong.
Cloud Soul is ridiculous on Cassante and Maokai.
Yeah. Rest of the team not really loving it.
Yeah, I mean, it's always just okay, but I guess Senna, it helps her kite. You're still wild you ult.
Yeah, the problem is you're just ulting. You're ulting from very safe positions usually anyway.
Well, it gets you back to the fight. I don't know. I mean, regardless,
it's fine.
It's better
You're
than
not
nothing.
Complain. You're not going to turn your nose up.
It is just ridiculous on champs like Cassante and Maokai, where your only real problem when you're those champs is getting to a ranged champ.
Yeah.
And Cloud Soul.
I mean, Cassante, Cassante with Cloud Soul, I do not want to fight this probably 6 armor item Cassante.
There'll be a Jack show.
Yeah, true. 30 MR.
Yeah, bit of MR and armor, but it also amplifies both of those, so... it's just, Yeah,
I think scaling should be on the side of West Point. I think if they can just get 1 dragon, they're actually in a very good spot to win this game.
I wonder if Jiang's going to fully upgrade into a Thornmail. It's flash forward, lands onto Wako of all people, who does get the flash away, and will be able to get that center ult off as the Nature's Grass does come through, and they're able to find 1 kill. It's going to be Char going down first. Everyone running away from this completely menacing Cassante. Should it be that everyone does manage to get out? It's a 4v5 though, and Baron is alive. Not the most damage. They do have just the Talia and Senna, so it doesn't feel like you should be getting much. And
they have a abysmal Baron on the side of Frank, and I mean, sometimes these good AD carries, when you think you've got them caught, it's actually you who's overextended, and you saw that just there. Wako against Cha.
Yeah,
that looked like an incredible play from Cha.
But just
somehow Wako's just fine, yeah.
You land that hook, and who's jumping onto Wako when there's... I mean, you've just got so much in the way, right?
Maokai
all comes through to Leah. Even
just
the Lee Sin can just kick someone out.
Yeah. So West Point can do what they've been doing, kill this Lee Sin, and secure themselves a dragon, and they're in a good spot to win this game somehow.
Yeah, only down 1k gold, and at the 24-minute mark, that's not really all that impactful.
Yeah, it's just these 3 dragons.
Although, in saying that, a lot of gold would have been farmed from first strike, so...
Yeah, no
somewhere
way for
on the
Cassante.
map is randomly down too much. Or not up enough, maybe. I'm not sure.
Gonna be Rift, little Scuttle Crab guy picked up by Gemini, and Frank are looking.
Mako, he does have Edge of Night, Nature's Grass lands. Char is really in a bad position. Gets shoved back, will be going down, climbing pretty low, but we found our way backwards. We found Lil V. He flashes away, he barriers, but it's going to be Waku who picks that one up. We found the route now, and it's going to be onto Ryu. He's trying to run away on the bot side. 2 people fighting with 116. Weaver's Wall comes through, and Ryu, he's going to have to dash away. He's going to have to find some way out, but he won't be able to do it. He's going to get caught on that scattered earth. Gemini finds the Sonic Wave Resonating Strike and finally gets some usage out of that Eclipse as it is 116 going down. The Mountain Soul, I thought it was air, but it goes to show what I know. Mountain Soul.
Yeah, that's a lot worse.
For the Cassante
That's a lot worse
and
to deal
the
with.
Maokai.
Yeah, that might just be a wrap for West Point. It's going to be really hard now. And watch the way Frank just pick apart West Point here. Cha trades his hook for the Banshees on the Senna.
I think he didn't know.
Yeah, maybe not. She wasn't Shroud. And I mean, both the carries here on the bottom of your screen to begin with, but Gemini and Jiang just separate them perfectly, take them out without them having any impact.
By the way, I think All Out cancelled Gemini's Dragon's Rage
Lee Sin kick. Oh. We'll call it intentional. And yeah, eventually 116 goes down. Nice Q from Gemini. Wako backing him up with his ult.
Yeah, I think that was also just for vision.
Oh yeah.
Because it gives vision through, like, I think the majority of the width.
Oh yeah, but he had Lee Sin Q on him.
Yeah, I think there's a channel time, right? So he probably fired it before the Lee Sin Q landed. I don't know, either way.
Actually, a lot of damage out of 116 that fight. It didn't seem like he would have done very much.
Yeah, he's just waiting on Cassante. It doesn't seem like you are doing that much.
Yeah.
Ridiculous champ.
Mountain Soul on the Cassante, third armor item on its way. Baron started by Frank. Still not a very quick Baron.
No, not by any means. There is also teleport available for Rallier on the Gragas. We'll be using it. Jiang, though. Jiang is pretty happy just being in this little nook here as he does run forward. He's got the ghost. He's found his way in. Wako's low, but he's got that heal coming through from those constant Qs. And Jiang has found 116 again and annihilated him. This Nidalee now might not be long for the world as he does flash away. Kind of in the wrong jungle, though, as there's going to be once again the Sonic Wave Resonating Strike and the Ace coming through. So a big win once again for Frank Esports as they now march down this mid wave. They don't have the Baron, but they are turning back to it. Wako, Kaiwing, they're going to finish off the mid wave and the rest of the team will secure this Baron.
Yeah, slow Baron doesn't matter if the entire enemy team is dead. I don't think they're getting an inhib mid, just the tier 2. And very, very slowly taking down this Baron.
Yeah, but I think really good decision making to pick up both, realizing that they actually do have the time despite. And honestly, Wako as well as Kaiwing aren't going to really add that much in terms of damage anyway. So.
Yeah, and they maximize the towers. They can take the lanes. They can shove and farm.
6-0.
Yeah, 6-0 and 10 on the Senna. And again, he starts this fight. It looks like he's caught, but there's, like you said, no follow-up. Meanwhile, Cassante can just walk into both carries on the enemy team and just kill them.
If this was Arena, he would have had that thing, the 116 had that thing where it just gives you the CC break.
Oh, yeah.
That's what would have happened there. He did not move for a very long time. Not by his own clicks, anyway. He got shoved aside by Cassante and ulted and queued by Maokai, but none of that was controlled by him.
Yeah, and we were worried about this Tristana this game, but Jiang has managed to shut 1116 down in every single one of these fights that he's showed up to.
I want to say, I'm quite worried that this game is going to be a bit of a theme of how West Point operate as a team. Just looking at their names, you expect 116 and... Hold up. No, nothing happens. Okay, you expect 116 to be sort of the heavy hitter on their team.
Yeah.
And that's what's happened here. He got himself a really, really sizable lead, but really nothing else on the map was happening. Lil V, he played fine. He was just playing Smolder and fell a little bit behind, but not really anything that bad, especially considering Jimmy was just ulting
off
bottom.
Cooldown. Yeah.
But then the rest of the map just kind of falling apart. Nearly got 2 Scuttle Crabs and still ended up behind in CS.
Yeah, because of the disaster top lane, I think here's the Talia ulti.
Yeah, Weaver's Wall just to separate the two sides of West Point, but Rallier finds a little bit of a lockdown. Nature's Grass going to come through, does lock him up, but there is no follow-up to be found, and slowly but surely Frank are working their way towards this tower. Seismic Shove almost connects, but Lil V's going to have to flash away from it.
Yeah, nice
and with that, health bars are too low. Wako just constantly healing up his teammates, and bot lane inhib will be falling. In the meantime, though, Jiang gets that mid lane inhib tower, working on the inhib now as the rest of the team can come and join him.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with Nidalee builds, but I don't think it ever feels good to go Leandri's. Probably just feels like he has to this game. Char hooks in.
Yeah, Char hooks in, doesn't actually connect with a champion, rather a minion, and does have to flash away. As you said, minion wave now crashing in the top side, and it's going to be Frank who are attempting now to take their third of 3 inhibs. Char does go wide on a hook there onto Jimmy, and going to have to walk away, but he's not going to be able to, as the Seismic Shove this time will connect, and so will the Resonating Strike! The kick! I don't think it was meant to do that, but he is able to find the knockup to 116 and get executed there by Lil V. 4v4 now we have on our hands. A lot of damage coming through from Lil V on the Smolder. He's looking for the execute here onto Kindly, but maybe not quite enough to get it done.
Yeah,
TP Smolder
is
now
up for
becoming a heavy hitter.
Does Jung TP back in here, or do they give up on the third inhib? It looks like they're just going to give up.
Yeah, Elder Dragon in 30 seconds. You cannot risk giving over anything. One way back into this game for West Point, and it is going to be that Elder Dragon. You do not risk it while all your lanes have super minions coming in. It's a mistake we see other teams make all the time.
If West Point can make it out of their base, though, Gemini is going to be just respawning as this dragon spawns. So West Point should just hit this dragon, I think.
Can you hit it in front of center is the concern. You don't have flash on your 80 carry or the Nautilus, and Nautilus will get one shot.
Yeah. I think it's going to come down to maybe Cha has to find an engage, or maybe they'll just farm up these lanes and take an honorable 5v5.
And Jiang has a ridiculous amount of magic resist. Merc Treads.
Yeah.
Double AP. And this is the game state we've got to.
Yeah, it's not great, but West Point are here. They have to worry about the double TPs on the side of Frank, though. Their base is very vulnerable. Relia.
Marco not going to quite connect with the snare there, but does manage to get away from the R2 and keep his Edge of Night up and available for himself.
Gemini has just started the dragon.
Yeah, Gemini and Jung. It is going to be relatively slow, although faster than Baron would be. Nice snare there onto the jungle in Ryu. Oh, okay, that's a dead Nautilus. Flash, jump forward from 116. He doesn't have Rocket Junk anymore, does have to flash away. Dragon's Rage was committed onto him, and he's trying to find the damage back, and he's able to find one kill. It's onto the jungler, most importantly, but Jung now looking for 116, and so is everyone else. Relia trying to come to the rescue, but all he is an extra number to the kill tally for Wako on the center, as Ryu not able to deal with the Maokai. Jung teleporting into the base now. He's going to be able to locate this Nidalee. Is he going to be able to find the kill, though? Pathmaker does go wide on the Natofu strikes, and it's going to be Ryu trying to find the kill, but won't be able to, as Jimmyan is going to pick that one up for himself. Fantastic performance out of Frank Esports for game number 1. It was tightly contested until it was not, and it is them going up 1-0 in the series.
Yeah, credit to 1-on-1-6. Even in that last team fight, he was randomly just picking up kills and nearly one-shot Wako at the end there too. Had a good game for himself, but in those fights, it just felt like he was 1v5.
Yeah.
And also Cha just had a hard time on the Nautilus that game. He just got focused. Every time he looked for a hook or any aggressive play, he felt like he had to go backline that game, I think, because of how tanky the front line was. You probably can't get away with front to back in that game, even with a Tristana as fed as 1-1-6 was. So it just ended up not a very useful Nautilus. He got the Gemini treatment from earlier in the game where he was just focused